My name is Roosevelt Augustin. Most call me Rose. And I am Haitian American, mostly Haitian. And I serve the Haitian community. I am the husband of one wife. We currently live in Central Florida, but we do serve the South Florida as well. We've been doing real estate for a few years now and continuing. So we're excited to serve our community and as well as different ethnic group as we continue to grow. So oh man, what made me pivot from corporate to full time real estate. So funny story, I used to work full time at Wells Fargo, and I've always my whole life I've always had a little side business, little side hustle. She used to sell sneakers being in high school, and one time I was driving with my then girlfriend, who is now my wife, and with one of my close friends, and we're coming to Orlando, and they started talking because my wife, actually her mother, was very interested into the whole real estate world, and I had no idea what real estate was, and when my wife started talking to me about real estate, and they really encouraged me to do it, and they were like, "We believe it's something that you can do." And initially, we wanted to get into the investment world. And when we got into it, we realized how many things we actually don't know and the lack of education that we had. So that's when we kind of like went full force. And when it comes to transactional real estate and becoming a realtor, and that's how I really started. My wife and one of my close friends who encouraged me to get into real estate, and I started looking at it, studying it, and then now, a few years later, we've done some major impact in the community. Cone's premier impact in terms of my success in real estate. So definitely it was major and still is because I came from a different firm. And so when I shifted and I moved to Central Florida because I got married, so I needed a new scenery, a new type of approach because I knew I had the discipline, the work ethic to take my business to another level. So my wife who lived and still live in Central Florida, she was watching, and always following Combs Premier team, and she kind of like introduced me, and then I sat with Emmett, the founder of the company, and then from there we were able to build a good rapport. And then when I joined the team, my transition from a South Florida agent to now a Central Florida agent, and Emmett kind of did the same transition within his life journey, and he was able to teach me a lot of great tips, such as now I have a team of two other members in South Florida, and Combs Premier really focus on education. So now when I'm talking to a client, I educate you if it's investors or a seller or a buyer. You really get the grip on education. We do presentation with all of our clients about what to expect when it comes to our roles, how we're gonna represent you, and then all that comes from Combs Premier. When it comes to the playbook that we have and the steps and the confidence, the marketing, especially the marketing was such a game changer in my business because I do focus on I do have a niche of community, the Haitian community that I serve. So I was able to directly come to their houses, their cars, their living room, and speak to them, and that definitely changed the trajectory of my business, and we continue to grow. And so Combs Premier has been very impactful for me, my family, and so we've had a great journey, and we continue to grow from that as well. So it's been great. Why Combs Premier, especially for you, future agents, and being able to compare because I came from another firm to be here. So I think this question is only fair for me to say that Combs Premier have a plethora of materials when it comes to the multiple calls we have on a weekly basis. We even talk about and teach on the lending aspect of things. listing aspect of things. I had to deal with the current market dynamic, and Combs Premier. It's we serve with purpose, and I think that's the big thing because our vision statement is to educate, provide option, and deliver good results. So it's not just being a transactional agent, but it's actually being a part of a vision that's actually fulfilling purpose. And that goes beyond us, that's bigger than yourself, and it's more communal. It's very impactful, and definitely the training, the camaraderie that we have, and you have access to top tier agents. You have access to be able to brainstorm. You have access to marketing team. You have access to anyone. Everyone is reachable. So I definitely think that having a team of hungry and passionate people that want to do it with integrity. And I think that's one thing that's very big in the business, when you have a group of people that want to do it the right way. So it makes it fun. It makes it less, there's less stress and frustration because we're not looking to step on each other to attain success, but we actually want to do it together as a unit. So definitely the trainings, having access to people who've done it, having experience in producing colleagues in the firm, and the training. We have weekly training at least 3 to 4 times a week. Like you will always have a call. There's always a training, and also having the ability and the humility to always adjust. So one thing I appreciate about our firm is we adjust. We don't just stick to just one style, one way of doing things, and we stuck to it. But no, we remain flexible, and your opinion matters, and your suggestion do get taken into account. So yeah, so we're looking to grow and to remain impactful and stay here. So yeah, Combs Premier is where you need to be. In case you have questions. Oh man, why am I so passionate about real estate? Now you're making me smile. And why do I feel like this is key for life? So pretty much everything we do is real estate. A lot of people don't realize that. Right now, I'm sitting in a room in a building. It's real estate. You sit wherever you go, whatever you into, church, clubs, it's all real estate. Where we walk, where we drive, it's real estate. The piece of the earth, the lands, the industrial, commercial, investment, asset building, equity. Everything in this world is real estate. And I can go ahead and talk about this all day because we don't realize that everything we do has to do with real estate. You need a place to live. You need a place to go to work. Even vacation. You go into hotels. That's real estate. So that's why this business is such a $1 billion industry, and there's so many multifaceted aspect of the business to learn, to grow. You can start from being an investor, then you can do transactional real estate, then you can do Airbnb, passive income. So real estate is just it gets me excited. I can talk more and keep going about it. So real estate is fulfilling, and the joy to see someone having a building to worship. For example, I deal with churches when it comes to having a congregation. I deal with residential when it comes to people having a place to live, a home, to put their family, to see the smile on their faces. And especially those people probably had no hope, or to take a family from not understanding debt or the difference between asset and liability. Now they have a piece of asset, and then 4 or 5 years later, they call you to say, hey, can you help me sell this home? And then when you run the CMA, you realize that they're making over 200, 300, 6 figures amount of money. And then to see the joy in their faces. real estate is just from the peace of mind of having a home and having a place, from dealing with different companies such as Boost Mobile and giving them a place for them to continue to grow their business and entrepreneurship. I mean, just the freedom and the flexibility to choose which aspect of real estate, and you don't have to be stuck to one. You can start as an investor, then you get into just regular transactional real estate, and then you go into Airbnb, or you do passive income, then you jump into multifamily, then you do commercial. And I mean, it's just real estate is everything from land acquisition, and I love every single part of it. So real estate is my family life. Real estate is part of us. It helps us understand money better, take care of money, being able to budget, being able to view life from the multiplication of it. So, real estate is life. To me, real estate is life. So that's why I chose real estate. So at Combs Premier, life is better with keys. So live better.